Hello, parents and families. Today, I would like to show and share my board game that I made out of Amazon Wishbook catalog. It's catalog for gifts for Christmas, and I was really inspired by all the woodland characters in the catalog, enough to admire it so much that I wanted to share it with my class. And I think this would be a really nice family activity to create a board game in which students, children could take pride in making their own rules. And I will show you step by step how this is done. I was very much inspired by the artist in the catalog. The artist's name is Erin Wallace. She's a first-generation Chinese-American illustrator and artist. This is her self-portrait. Her charming and whimsical work is inspired by the natural world. She draws on her printmaking background to inspire texture and layers and balance simplicity and depth. Her favorite woodland animal is a hedgehog because they're cute and gentle. And I used stickers to create the tiles of the game with different colors. And I have assigned different things, Christmassy, wintry things like avalanche, go back to the nearest creature home. Nice weather, roll dice twice. Deep snow, bunker down for one turn. Very thin ice, move back 2 spaces. Go to watery abode of other's house. Take a card. So flower is take a card. So the catalog is full of the characters that I cut out. There would be on these pages in the corner somewhere, like these trees, for example. I mainly cut them out already so I can show you. This was a page activity. Create a snow globe. That's going to be a team. That can be a team effort. I would like to have it laminated. So there were some stickers available, very inspirational activities for children. And so what I ended up doing is I cut all those little creatures out of the catalog and saved these activities like that. Got the stickers, went through pages, browsed through pages, looked at gifts and everything. They were even fill out, gather the kiddos and finish this fun fable. So they make their own story, create their own story. They will also animate or decorate, illustrate the story in the class. And when they make their story, they get to draw a picture about that. So we're gonna use that. There is a list, Christmas list that they can make. I will pair it with a Santa hat on top or Santa Claus on top maybe. Or maybe a fox wearing a Santa hat, because the fox is the person that is delivering all the gifts here. Your adventure starts here. And then I would cover this up with my own board game rules. Okay, so she's delivering to the house, and there is, so this is how it looks like laminated. I would laminate my maze, for example. This was a maze, and students in each class can just wipe it clean and play the game again. So this would be good for the house too, to have it on hand and play it anytime. There's a story that they can read. This was from 2 different catalogs. So each catalog has few activities. So I combined the 2 to create lots for centers. So we're gonna have a center for a board game, center for creating the coloring page. And I have a video on how to make this into a monoprint. Basically, you take Crayola water-based markers, you color it, then you take a paper and you burnish it hard, something hard. And I have a video on that, check that out, and you create a beautiful original painting that you can finish with crayons or watercolor pencils. So this was from the first Christmas catalog. This is from the second. I'm still gonna have it laminated. So that's one center. The writing center and the reading story center and the maze probably gonna be on one table as well. So that would be one that I'm gonna get laminated still. The mazes, this one is from the second catalog, so that's gonna be together with this one. So much fun. And when they do a maze on that center, I'll give each group 15 minutes and they'll move from one center to the next center, probably 12 minutes, just so we have at least 3 centers and they get to play on each one. Create your own globe. Okay, so with the board game, because we do have an art class, I again cut out all these little creatures out of the catalogs. I combined them in different ways with stickers and everything, and I got quite many. These are all laminated now. This was a yellow sticky pad that really worked nice with all those magazine cutouts, and then I put a blue border and they look adorable. So I want to show you generally how it looks like. Okay, so on the pages of the catalog, basically you find them like this next to the toys, and these are the little creatures, woodland creatures. They're adorable, little animation. And then you layer it like with scrapbooking. So I made cards by layering these. It's a story time, and that's where I would make a rule in the game to go and read maybe a story. So maybe I would put with this board game, with the next board game, a story time. So I'll show you the next board game we're gonna make today. So I would take one of these creatures, cut them out, use a glue and scissors, and layer them nicely, and create a card like this. Pretty simple, right, so far? And then, before lamination, I would put rules. So every time there is a flower on the board game, I've got so many cards. Every time there is a flower, when they step on a flower, they have to pull one of these cards out of the stock, okay? So we put them like this. Go to start, then roll dice 5 more times, then draw your favorite woodland creature. So it's a drawing game because ours is an art class. So every time they move, while the other students are taking turns, they're gonna get to draw their favorite characters. Sometimes it tells them what to draw. Go to 23, visit a moose for a play day, and pick this woodland friend and draw them drinking tea. Here we have go to number 41, then roll dice 3 more times, draw an otter playing with fox next to a big tree. Could be a Christmas tree. Or here, this one. Go to number 31 and roll dice 2 more times. Draw a crane or a heron. And each one has a little message. It's a half past time to chill. Go to number 25 and draw a bear getting a sleepy bag, wearing a hat and a scarf. Go to number 30 and draw a crane and frog playing in reeds inside of a lake filled with water lilies. And you get to make your own rules, of course. Go to number 23, draw a moose or a deer wearing a scarf and walking in a deep snow on a snowy day. So these were mix and match. They were on one of the pages of the catalog, so students can play with these and create their funny little creature and then draw it. They're double-sided and there were 9 of them in the catalog, so they can create their own by flipping them over. Very fun. So yes, I'm very much inspired by the artwork, and I was inspired to spend time gluing and cutting these creatures out and making all kinds of fun rules inspired by Christmas. Some of the cards say draw a creature drinking cocoa or with a Christmas tree, like this one. Go to number 20 and draw Ada drinking a hot cup of cocoa. Time for cocoa. See that? So basically it's very Christmassy. Very much reminds me of sitting behind a table and playing Christmas games on that festive time. And so to celebrate the tradition, what better way than playing a board game with your students or your kids, and even better if they can make the board game themselves. So this was a page like this. It was in the beginning of the catalog, like so. And this was a drawing that I got pasted together. There was a card to draw, and this was a page with all the characters. So I have something similar here. I have this page. So what I'm gonna do for the next game, it's like I'm gonna create a game of help the fox deliver the gift to the house of somebody. I don't know what name. Maybe it could be even a Santa's house. Maybe Santa dropped a head on his way with his reindeers, and Fox found it and want to make sure she brings it back to Santa. Whatever story you make, you can use your imagination. And then in the middle, I'm gonna just use this animation map out of visiting catalog for Bass Rob, Texas. We visited last year, last Christmas, and we basically picked up a guide, tourist guide that had the little map in it. And so you could use these maps as well to make your board games, or find the pages like I did here in the Amazon catalog, Wish Gift catalog. So this one will have 4 pages. Start your adventure here, and then there's the map. So, and then there's the house. See, got a little bit out of frame. Maybe I can bring it closer. Okay. So it looks like that. So all I'm gonna do is tape this in. Then I'm gonna need tiles. And I was thinking the fox can either take the scenic way, which would be the woodland way following the Colorado River here, and tiles going this way, and she would have to roll, let's say 3, 2. If you roll 3, you go on the blue route. If you roll 6, you go on Highway 21. If you roll 5, you go on highway 71. Or it can be if you roll 1, 3, and 4, you go on this one. And if you roll the rest of them, you go on the highway. You can choose to go on the highway. And then this way, you would arrive by Colorado River here somewhere, and you would continue, and I would put the tiles all the way to the house, right? Or if you take highway, there will be 2 ways coming this way. And I will utilize the stickers to involve the woodland creatures and make cards when you fall on their little homes with what to draw. Similarly, I have placed stickers next to the tiles and areas on this board game. And this one is wind your way through the woods. And we start at 1 and we go this way through all the creatures' homes until we arrive at the end. So, and any kind of stickers would be good. They can be little flower stickers like these. Those are excellent. Perfect little flower stickers. Okay. So that is in a sense it. It takes a little time to devise your game and make the rules. I generally put the rules on the back side. Mine were the rules of the tile. So if you have flower stickers, you can do different flowers or pulpas, different colors of pulpas, and make your rules for each of the colors. And that is in essence it. I hope that you have a festive season, and I hope it was clear enough so that you can get an idea. It's really your imagination and creativity should just sparkle once you start playing with this and adapt it to your situation, what your kids like, and just let the kids make the rules. It's good practice for writing as well, for ELA standards. So I hope you have fun with this, and I'll see you next time.